minutes until showtime.
Shit. Man, these minutes go slow, man.
4 minutes
4
until
more minutes,
showtime.
bitch. Hey, Aisha, don't forget the mic pick up everything. Just turn the TV down a little bit and I'm going to close the door. Oh, God.
3 minutes until showtime.
You know, I hate waiting on this motherfucking goddamn shit. But get Gipso on the show, bud. The real Tay Montana. What? Nigga, that weed ain't that strong. You old motherfucker. Chris Chip. Man, these motherfuckers really don't know what you be talking about. I don't want no strong weed. Cause I'm telling you, like it is, I stay weeded up. And shit, I'm getting me an ounce every 5 or 6 days. Well, none of that weed is gonna be some of that shit that be choking the shit out of me. Cause man, that weed will have me choking like and you think I'm dying. But I still
2
smoke.
minutes until showtime.
I've been smoking weed since I was 12. And I'm 68, so that's like 56 years. Come on, man. I'm gonna stop. Wait a minute. I don't inhale. Yes, I do. I suck it all in. Shit, I used to take dope. I used to motherfucking take. See this nigga fucking with me. Shit. Talking about the weed choke me. And it hadn't even choked me. Them coughs.
1 minute
Them coughs
until
was just
showtime.
regular coughs. That's a weed cough that I just did. That goddamn shit don't play. All right, we got a minute. So we on the down. I'm ready to go. I got some dope for your ass. I'm the dope man. You got to see me. Yes. All right, let me put all this shit up. Because when I start spitting this shit at you, motherfuckers. Hold on. I gotta get on the right goddamn. What the fuck is this? Fuck that. All right. Let's go, you guys. Come on, right now. Fucking lady.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right. By hook or crook. Now, my mama used to say that shit. And it just meant that she was going to get it done no matter what. You see that word crook in there. It's not like a crook, thief. That she was just saying, by hook or crook, I'm getting it done. Okay, thanks, bro. So I want to start out by saying last week was cool. Well, I did that mix your tools up for 200, and people really bought that shit. Now, what I'm saying is, think about this. Let's say I ain't having no sale. Then you say, man, I want to get some of them fucking tools. You got to pay $65 each. That's $650. Now, what I'm saying is, here's a sale come, 200 for 10. You ain't really thinking about buying no motherfucking tools. But you were thinking about saving your money to buy whatever tools. But you don't think right. Because since you wasn't trying to buy it right now, you don't get them. What I'm saying is, I don't care when you get them. But it seems to me you would get them when they was $200. Even if you wasn't intending on getting them. Because that's what, when I buy shit, I'm not finna fucking put no money down or none of that shit. I'm finna buy it. And that's how I do everything. If it's a car, I don't give a fuck. I'm finna buy the shit. Just like I did my daughter's car, just like I did my cars. Because I don't want to have no bills. Rent, electricity, that kind of fucking shit, phone bills, that bullshit, whatever, I gotta have in. But them other bills, I ain't got to have them. And if I can't afford it, then, I don't need it. I don't need to pretend I could stand it. Tomorrow is going to begin. Well, actually, it already began yesterday. September, we might do a push for Sidewalk University enrollment. And you guys got to understand, first, SWU has an offer that's only for you, those of you that are interested. 50% off tuition and the course. Well, it's not really 50%, it's a little more than 50%, it might be 55, something like that. But what I'm saying is $750 total instead of $1,350. $750 total. You get everything you need to get in to Sidewalk University. That's okay for this whole month. I'm gonna repeat this a couple of times so you'll hear it again. But after this month, or after a particular day in the month, I'll decide that date, probably the 27th or something like that. But after whatever date it is, I mean, it's over. You can't get it. So what I'm saying to you guys is all this wanting to do it, I'm saving my money, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm glad you're doing that. But if you trying to save $1,300 and you don't have $750 of it, you probably ain't gonna get to that goal. Because if you really, was saving your money, you didn't save some already. And you just have. 806, I see you, man. What's up with you?
What's up, man? What's up, bro?
I'm good. What's happening, brother?
Hey, I donated to you. I just appreciate the stuff that you're spitting every day. Mike, I got a question now. I ain't trying to waste no time.
Come on, what's up?
All right. How do you feel? How do you feel about the use of psychedelics to elevate your mind? I'm not asking for any other reason than for myself. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Bro. Listen, I'm 68, so I'm from the fucking drug generation, the 60s. And
Right.
we used to take psilocybin. We used to take motherfucking LSD. Man, we used to take all them motherfuckers. And we used to take them.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm serious. We used to take them because they was drugs. We didn't take them for none of the bullshit people think. Nobody took it because you get a good trip, or I mean, you might have a trip and you might like it. So I guess you on a good trip, but there's bad trips too. But that was not why we took drugs. We took drugs because they were drugs. We took Seconal. I mean, come on, man. We took all the drugs, whatever pill, Blue Havens, Blue Angels, Red Devils, Pink Devils, motherfucking Yellow Jackets. Man, just all kind of shit. And it was not for whatever the effect that drug had, because we was just asshole kids taking drugs. And why I'm saying all that is that when you start investigating shit and you have a perception or a preconceived idea, and you fucking with a psychedelic, you gonna trip. And you gonna make yourself think whatever you think about what it is you're thinking, but you really don't need this shit to do that, to think about it. And it's not gonna widen your mind or expand your thoughts to where you think of something. Now, when you high on weed, you might think of something you wouldn't have thought of if you wasn't high. So I'm not saying that shit don't have its benefits. Some dudes, like the Beatles, them motherfuckers used to take that shit and channel it. So some people can do it and take that shit in whatever, because it's psychedelic, and it make it, if you channeling it, let's say you're thinking about music. If you're regularly thinking about music, you're thinking about the basic chords, you're thinking about how this beat and that beat go together, how you gonna whatever. But I'm saying on some psychedelic shit, you might say, man, fuck that. I want to play dance. It sounds crazy, but then when you listen to it, it makes sense. That's how them motherfuckers came up with a lot of shit that they did. That fucking Yellow Submarine album that they made, that was just the bomb.
Yeah.
And the one on it that was the best fucking song was I'm Flying. All music except they would say, I'm flying. They would say that shit. But you know why they was saying that shit? They was on some acid.
They was.
No, listen. They told the story. They was on some acid, and they start tripping on some birds. And then they all start thinking the same shit, as far as looking at them birds, wondering what would they feel if they had their wings out and they wasn't actually flapping. They're just coasting, gliding on the air. And that's what those words came from. I'm flying. What I'm saying, bro, is I am not pro or anti drug use. I'm anti needing anything to help you do you.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me wrong. You see, I smoke some weed, I drink some alcohol, so I ain't anti, that shit.
I drink too. So.
I'm saying I just don't do none of this shit to make me be
me. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I guess that's where the game.
I was just finna say that, bro. That's what you gotta look out for, because that's what a game that gets you on that drug coming in at.
Game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You feel me, bro?
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, cool. There's nothing like a good question to get started. Check this out, though, fellas. A lot of you really don't know how powerful these tools are that I'm talking about. So imagine knowing what to say to a woman that you see crossing the street in the crosswalk and you in a car. I mean, imagine that. I already know you wouldn't even attempt to talk to that bitch. But let me tell you something. Being from the part of the game that I was from, I know if I whoop my car in park or if I raise my window down and talk to her, I'm going to attract attention. Whoop it in park, you make sure you don't see the police nowhere for at least 30 seconds. You can get at this bitch. And you don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers blowing their horn. Go around, motherfucker! And the bitch is startled. And then, you know, you gotta let her go. Because you gotta go back to your car. But you see where she going. So you whoop you. Whoop! Like a real nigga. Fuck the police. Give me a ticket. Hurry the fuck up, man. You making me miss the bitch. What I'm saying is nothing matters. Nothing. Why? Because the nigga know what's gonna happen. Man, all this motherfucker finna do is give me a whatever $100, $300, whatever ticket. These motherfuckers gonna be mad at me because I done did some nigga shit. But the bitch, when I actually whoop that you and pull up on her, she gonna be so stoked about a motherfucker that did some shit like that to talk to her. Shit. And I'm Rolls Roycing. She ain't thinking about getting pimped on. She thinking about some celebrity. Yeah, baby, don't get in here unless you want to ride with a motherfucking pimp. You ain't got to be no hoe, but you sure know you getting in the car with a pimp, don't you? Some of them say, I ain't getting in there. Some of them be reaching for the door when I say that shit. Nah, but some of them get in. So which ones should I care about? The motherfuckers that didn't get in? Or the ones that do? Cause shit, ain't no sense in me caring about your motherfucking ass not wanting to be with me. I only care if you want to be with me. That's when my attention is there. Fuck the other shit. So you gotta listen. Being in the part of the game I was in, that shit is a daily activity. I mean, think about it. Knowing what to say in a restaurant, talking to an older woman. Well, I can't really say older anymore because I'm talking to my mate. But I'm saying, you young motherfuckers, you better get up on what I'm finna feed to your motherfucking ass right now. Because I'm saying, just imagine you knowing what to say to an older woman, an older, classy woman. You can see this and how she's sitting and eating and all the shit. But you ain't gonna know how to approach her. And if you do approach her, you aren't gonna know past one or two sentences to say. And 9 out of 10 times you won't get invited to have a seat. But the reason you won't is because you don't let none of that be known while you're talking. You just talk. Man, I see the bitch here by herself. I'm going to tell her how I was just strolling around and suddenly had a craving to eat whatever the fuck they serve in here. And I just felt like coming in to eat alone. Like, one of them solitary meals, which I really do hate to eat alone. But that bitch gonna say, well, join me. I know you can't see that happening because you ain't got no fucking game. You don't know how to play the bitch. You don't know how to say the shit you saying and look a certain way and use your face and hands and everything else to make what you saying more powerful. Nah, you don't know how to do that shit. You rather say you know how to do it. And then when it comes to catching a bitch, you don't know shit. Because I know you know I catch. And I get rid of them. I ain't trying to have you up in my motherfucking house. But you do notice this motherfucker's still up in this house. So I ain't saying I'm head over heels crazy about this motherfucker, but I'm saying when shit cool is cool. So why should I complain? Cause shit ain't right, even if it's cool. I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, I do give a fuck. That's why I don't never change. I give a fuck. And I know that bitch fucking with who I represented when I met her. All I gotta do is stay down and dirty like that. Come on, this is some international brother calling. What's up, 447? Oh, this, who is this?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what's going on?
Who's this?
Bro, come on, man. This is my show, man. This is Rosebud. What's happening?
Who?
Did you call into a show or not, bro?
Nah, you call me, man. Who's this? You fell asleep, man.
Hey, I ain't got time for that shit. So, what I'm saying, fellas, I know I'm talking about some shit that's a little bit over your head, but what I'm saying is, how's you gonna learn the shit if you don't know to search for it? See, well, first of all, let me say the one thing or the two things that you can count on with my tools. The first thing is that them motherfuckers work. And the second thing, that 10 deal, that shit is ending tomorrow. 10 tools for 200, that shit is ending tomorrow. So, let's just go a little further. Because I do see that my videos are making a difference. I see it. People call in, not in here, but call in to me and be explaining different shit differently. They're doing it differently. They got another approach. So I don't feel that I make the difference that I intend to make or what I meant to make. But even a little in this climate is better. Well, no, it ain't better. Even a little in this climate is good. See, I want to get to a point in these videos where I don't have to have bullet points, where I don't have to have a title. I just want to, Rosebud on, we finna kick it. And that's because y'all all goddamn sure of your goddamn self. So you fucking ask whatever the fuck is on your mind properly. And we just kick it. Man, that's a such thing. I mean, I believe in that. That's what I wanted when I had my Down and Dirty channel. I thought, these pimp niggas we was gonna be able to do that, but no support. You motherfuckers support the fuck out of me. So this is why I kick it with you like I kick it, and this is why when sometimes I go into some shit and break it down for you, because I'm really getting sick of looking at this media and every motherfucker talking about game. Every motherfucker talking about game. And listen to me, fellas. You can go back 10 years. More. In my blog talk, my Justin TV, all of it was about game. All of it. So, I mean, you guys can believe what you want to believe, because finally these motherfuckers have watered the word down enough to where they can use it. And then you fucking assholes that listen to them punk motherfuckers, they say, well, the game is about... You listening to a motherfucker that had to listen to my shit to even talk about game. You guys got to understand something. Game is not what these fucking fools is telling you about. They are thinking about sports. They're not thinking about life. They're thinking about how to play the game. Man, this ain't no video motherfucking game, because that's the only games them bastards know anything about. Yet, you will let them sell you some shit, and then the shit don't work. Then they come up with some more shit, and you buy that shit, and before you know it, you got thousands of dollars of what this motherfucker talking about, and you still listening to him. You listen to this, fellas. Motherfuckers fuck with me one time. If they come to Sidewalk University and get their ass through it, woo woo woo, they might check in with me every blue moon, but they ain't finna buy shit unless maybe they trying to donate or whatever. I don't have motherfucking customers. I have success stories. Them motherfuckers spent $1,300 with me and ain't spent no more. None. Except for themselves. And they get to kick it with me still. And I lace them still. Why? Because I can kick it with them now. And they can pick up what I'm saying from what I'm not saying. That's game. No, but you rather have a motherfucker tell you, well, take the marble and put it in your finger and then pluck it with your thumb. Motherfucker. That's all you getting. Don't you notice that? You don't get surface bullshit from me. If I mention something, I'm explaining what the fuck it is. I'm really insulted by motherfuckers fucking with me, picking up what the fuck I'm saying, and using it. No, abusing it. And don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Because I done spoke to a couple of them motherfuckers. Man, why you do that shit, man? You know what? Well, dude, that ain't really... Well, I don't care. What I'm supposed to do? Get mad at him? That's why we stay closed off. We don't fuck with people. Because them motherfuckers ain't shit. They ain't shit. I don't give a fuck what damn motherfucker think about what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just saying motherfuckers be stealing from me, and you motherfuckers hear some fucking version of whatever the fuck I did say. And now it's applying to every motherfucking thing, and every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry can fucking do it. And you fucking stupid motherfuckers think you really and truly can do it. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry, including white boys, including Mexicans, all these motherfuckers can, man, that shit, I'm going somewhere else. So I gotta calm down, because that is not what I'm talking about tonight. But you guys see, I'm crazy. Oh man, I just hate fake motherfuckers. Period. I hate them with a passion. Fake ass motherfuckers. How do you think the blues, soul music, how do you think it got stolen? Some motherfucking nigga went to some motherfucking white boy, told this motherfucker some different shit. This white boy could not understand what the fuck he talking about, because he kicking it in real lingo. Then this motherfucker showed him musically how it goes. Niggas move on the second and the fourth beat. White boys move on the first and the third. That's why the same song played on American Bandstand, you'll see them fucking honkies dancing around looking crazy in a motherfucker. But on Soul Train, you see the same song. These niggas got some coordination, all this shit. But once them motherfuckers identified that shit, they stole it. Who get the blues awards? Who get the rap awards? Who get the soul awards? Not niggas. Man, you motherfuckers kill me, man. That's why. See there, man, I hate to get on something like this, because I just told you I wasn't finna talk about it no more. I just said that. Okay, so I gotta calm down, and I gotta get back to my bullet points, because these motherfuckers, well, I'm talking about these motherfuckers, they just motherfuckers. Any fucking way. To me, I really believe we're all progress. I do. And you motherfuckers that I go off on and punch in the chest and all that shit, I'm noticing you take it. Call back, I might do it again. But what I'm saying is I'm seeing the growth. And I'm seeing the interest in growing. So I'm just saying, ask any fucking question you want to ask. But it has to be honest. And if you mistaken or not, I really don't give a fuck. I'm going to answer it truthfully. I'm coming with my integrity. I just don't like telling people shit that they ain't ready to hear. Which is all these motherfuckers is asking all these goddamn questions. You only ask a question when you just stupid and you ain't supposed to know. Because 9 out of 10 times the answer is in the question. You can't even frame it if you really didn't have an idea what the fucking answer was. You couldn't even frame the question. But of course, you could find a way to make what I'm saying wrong, and you'll continue to be as slow as you are. Because as long as a motherfucker think, not what I'm saying, but the words I'm using, they're correct. And anyone can use them and they'll be correct. Not Bud. So, hate if you want to. Don't be afraid to motherfucking ask me a question. Hey, I'm sorry, you guys. I got this hay fever. This fucking weather is really fucking with me. But what I'm saying is, let's go to another subject. Where is it better to fish at? Somebody, at least when I finish the question, at least answer it. Somebody call in and answer. God, you guys are so scary. But anyway, where is it better to fish at? The ocean or a big lake? Now, of course, that answer depends on what you're fishing for. Of course, some of us, we want to try to catch the big one. Some of us just want to have a relaxing time fishing. If that's the case, you want to relax, go on the fucking lake. If you want to have a chance of catching some big old ass fish, go out to the ocean. So, to me, I'm just saying, if you cannot already see where I'm going with this is why you need my shit. Because it makes you think. My shit make you think. So my point is, we're all fishermen. Every person in the world. There's women who fish like a motherfucker. So I'll ask the question differently. Where could a fake bitch fish and get more action than she's ever seen in her life? And it's in one place. Now, no one's called. No one wants to try to answer. Everyone wants to be told. Boy, you guys kill me. That's why I take my fucking time. I'll tell you when I get ready. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I know what a bitch fish at. You don't. Fucking motherfuckers. So, where would she fish to get all that action? In the Facebook ocean of suckers. Suckers who are faking the funk. That's where. Other than that, she just go around her fucking, the lake, around her neighborhood and spout anti-men sentiments. So how do you catch that bitch? Since you are a greater fisherman than she, you don't fish for her. Fuck that bitch. She's the fish that got lucky today and you tossed her back. What happened to you, man? I was just gonna grab you. Man, these guys, I don't know. Who the fuck am I been? This has been the weirdest month. But my point, you got to know when to throw them back. Simply because you spoke to her and she spoke to you, do not mean you're supposed to be on it. Oh, 773. Was that you? Shit. What's up with you?
That's me.
Come on, what's happening? Yeah, I got you, 773. What's
I'm
up?
called in. I'm in the Chi-Town, Chicago.
Come on, what's your question?
The question is what you said. On these YouTube, you got a lot of these fake want to be alpha males talking about you shouldn't call it approach. Approach women on the street. You should do it online. Well, like these athletes getting played by these dumb broads. I think they're stealing from you. Or they hating on you.
Man, let me tell you, bro.
How you gonna meet a woman? You meet them on the street. They thought you should meet a woman on the street because you're gonna get rejected 100 times. That's why I think they're stealing from you, your game. Or they, you know what I'm saying?
They could be, or they misusing it, or whatever. 6, 7, 8, I see you. So hold on. What I'm getting ready to say is this, though, bro. The thing about Bud,
I'm being real. I'm being real.
I know you are. I know you are.
Listening.
But what I'm saying is the thing about Bud is I already know all this going in. I know motherfuckers gonna chop my shit up, water it down, misuse it, just like they do everything else that's sacred. That's why, you heard of the Masons, right?
Yeah.
That's why they don't tell nobody they shit. That's why they shit still like it is. That's why the motherfuckers in the Mason don't even tell their children about it unless they become Mason. So
right.
my point, secret shit supposed to stay secret. Because when it gets out, it's gonna be diluted. Just like every motherfucker you hear now talking about game. It's just diluted. They dilute it so disgracefully, and they don't even care they're diluting it, man. That's fucked up, man, to me. It's just really fucked up. You got anything else, bro?
Yeah. Well, a lot of, I think it's like, today, with the pandemic and all that, with the mask, women wearing masks, I think that's like a front. I'm going to use this where if somebody...
Hey, bro, stop. Yeah. I don't want to hear no goddamn conspiracy theories, man. The fuck is wrong with you?
Oh.
6, 7, 8, what's up?
Hey, bud, I was just kind of wanted to comment when you were saying, where do women fish? You said it, but you know what I thought, what came to my head when you were saying that was the mind. When you said, where do the women fish? And then you said the internet. And I was just kind of like following along with what you were saying as far as...
Hey, do you understand? Do you understand why I said the internet?
I was thinking because when a guy look at it, he gets attacked. It's one of the places where everybody goes. And I think when a man sees that, it draws him in. Like bait. And pushes him on the hook. And she just take him wherever she want to go from now.
Yeah. Wait. You're saying all the outside things. You're saying like the peripheral things. The one thing you didn't say is that they gonna bite. All the fuck she got to do is put a picture up there and that's that. And them motherfuckers gonna bite. And all she got to do is communicate with them. Because when they bite, they send them to man, I done had several bitches. That's why I don't have bitch friends. But what I'm saying, you click on they say, they ask to be your friend. You say, okay. And then you look at them. Then they don't have shit there. And they say, go to this site. So you click on this site. It ain't a porno site, but it's this bitch and all kind of goddamn shit. And these motherfuckers want to talk to her or whatever. So what I'm saying, the bitch ain't got to go nowhere. The bitch ain't got to do shit. The bitch ain't got to have on no clothes. All she got to do is turn on the internet, say hello, and it's on and cracking. That's all I meant when I said that. If the bitch, as far as work with the mind, she got to actually put some work in. She got to see what's going on with you. She got to know how she can manipulate you when you in this frame of mind or that frame of mind. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, really, do you?
So that takes a little bit more work. I see what you're saying. Cause see, I was just thinking about how a lot of times guys, a woman don't even have to say nothing. A guy can just be thinking, and his thoughts can lead him to whatever she already got planned. You know,
That's true too. You know, but that's I didn't really think of that, but that's true. So I got to think of what to call that, because fishing, that wouldn't be fishing. That probably would be swimming, just in the water. Because what I'm saying, bro, a lot of dudes do exactly what you saying, but that particular broad has gave him a look or showed him something, and she just know how to play. You know what I'm saying? You know, you look at the brow and you look at the brow and she look back at you or turn away real quick. You know, that ain't gonna catch your attention. But you know, she look at you, you know, bat her eyes, make a little smile, then turn to do whatever she doing. You might have to go over there and investigate that. You understand what I'm saying? But she already wanted you to come over. That's what the smile and the batting of the eyes was about. I'm saying, you know, sometimes people just swim. Sometimes, you know, I don't get in the water. I can't swim. I'm straight out a fisherman. And I'm going in the lake and I'm gonna try to catch the biggest fish in the lake. I ain't finna go out and try to catch a fish bigger than me and that's gonna drag me all over the ocean to prove something to whoever the fuck I think I'm proving it to. I might not even trip on too big of a fish on the lake. you talking to one brother that takes precaution. I ain't getting on no roller coaster. I ain't getting on none of them fucking rides that's scary as fuck. I don't need that kind of excitement in my life. I done already faced death before. And that shit, hey, check this out. I done already faced death before. And that shit is scary as fuck. Hey, but to me, I mean, everybody don't think like me. But what I'm saying is, to me, if I want to get on the roller coaster, that means I want to be scared to death. Because that's what the fuck would happen if I got on the roller coaster. I'd be scared to fucking death. Shit. Who in the fuck gonna have some fun and they actually scared to death? Shit. And listen, listen, I'm off subject, but listen. I was at the fair. My daughter was like 5 years old. She's 26 now. But I was at the fair, and I'm looking at the fair, and I'm trying to see a ride that I could ride with her, because, you know, we just walking around playing games and all this shit. And I know she want to ride, but I know me. I ain't with riding. And you know, so the bumper cars, they didn't have them, because that's, you know, that's my thing. I'll go ride the bumper cars. But man, I looked over there and seen the Ferris wheel. It was 2 Ferris wheels, one with 2 and one with 1. And the one with 1 was big as fuck, but it wasn't big as the one that's 2, that had 2. So I get on the one that's 1 with my daughter. And you know, when you get on the Ferris wheel, when you early getting on, they gotta they gotta click it, and then one seat come, and then they get on there, then they click it around, another person get on, all the way till they fill it up. Bro, when I started getting scared when they got me at about 9 o'clock. And by the time I got to 12 o'clock, I was yelling down to that motherfucker, dude, if you don't motherfucking let me off this motherfucker, we gonna have a problem. He said, man, He was yelling back up at me, I can't because the ride has already started. You don't want to be there when I get off if you don't let me. My daughter was crying. I had fucking scared the shit out of her. Dude, I had fucking made my daughter panic because I was like, oh God. Dude, I was so scared. And then when that motherfucker let me, when I got off, got to about, I'm next to get off, I said, man, I ain't playing with you. You better let my motherfucking black ass off. Then motherfucker let me off, and the people start clapping. Bro, that shit, that, man, I don't want no scary shit in my life. I'm serious. Now, I'm sorry to be going off on all this little fucking shit, man. But I'm having a good time today. So, some of it's good, some of it's bad. I'm cussing niggas out. Hey, you got anything else, bro?
Nah, I was just kicking. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. And stay down, bro. Hey, see, the thing about Bud is I really get enjoyment. I do. I get enjoyment when I get into it like that. That make me, think of shit. It ain't even on my mind, but I think about it. So, what is it that you feel you need to do? Something that's so important that you would neglect your own personal growth. I mean, there's a lot of things that people do. And there's a lot of people that neglect their personal growth. So I'm just curious, what could be so important? Personally, I would rather have a connection between my inner self and my outer self. I'm not going to accept the status quo, the fad, the new car. I'm not accepting that shit anymore. Because I know inside should be reflected on the outside. And that goddamn reflection should be the real you. You got to understand that. Whether or not you are connected, inner and outer, that's going to determine what kind of you we don't get to see. Things are really connected. Not the way I'm talking about your inner and outer connection, but I'm talking about life instances. You learn these things that you're learning from me so that when you go out, not out on the town, but so when you go out to do whatever, you represent the kind of person you've become. Man, everybody do that. Or do they? Life is that simple. They either do or they don't. Which one are you? What do you do? I'm telling you. Inner turmoil is the worst turmoil to have. And it should be dealt with immediately, with the quickness. Because if you don't deal with it, it's like a sore. It's going to fester and it's going to make you become a bigger sore from the inside. I think about shit a lot. And something I think about that you probably don't think I think about is relationships. I think about that shit a lot. And I'm very proud to have friends that I went to school with that got together and are still together. 55, 60 years. Maybe not 60, 55. Man, these they were kids. Some of them didn't supposed to be together. We laugh, oh, that'll never last. Them motherfuckers are still together. So what I'm saying is, I think about relationships, but I really think about how they don't have a chance to last. They just don't have a chance to last anymore. I got a sister who's been married twice. She's 83. Uh, she married this whoever Bill, and that actually Bill passed, so she's not married to him anymore. But she was married to him like 35 years, and before she married him, she was married to the other guy 30 or 40 years, whatever. I got a brother. He's been married a few times, 2, 3 times. But the one he's married in now, 30 years. I have, actually, you know what? That brother I was just talking about, he passed from COVID. Trump killed him. But anyway, I got another 2 brothers who've been married over 50 years to the same wives. I have a younger sister who's been married 43 years. And another younger sister who's been married 33 years. And the brother right under me been married 30 years. Now you got to understand why I'm saying this shit. When we came up, relationships were commitments. They meant something. And not everyone, probably the majority, didn't. But a lot of us stayed with our mates. But that's because of what we thought about relationships. And it's just sad the way you guys think about relationships now, because they're nothing. They mean nothing. The church, having to have a suit and tie and look good as for a nice dress or whatever, all that's gone. If we wore tennis shoes to church, we got a whooping. But none of that matters anymore, because nobody cared about why it mattered in the first place. Dressing up meant that you were going to converse with God in a special place, and you need to wear your Sunday best. That's what they would call. You know, Mama would say, "Go put on your Sunday best, or put on your Sunday go to meeting clothes." And we knew that meant to dress up. So the thing about that is, adhering to that gave us a certain respect for religion. Well, now you have people who sit in the bar sipping whiskey with you, saying motherfucker this, bitch that, encouraging you to go fuck another bitch knowing you married. And this motherfucker's a preacher. Come on. Where does that line up? Only in today's motherfucker's mind. That's why you motherfuckers probably won't have a lasting relationship. I was talking to this dude. I was coaching him, and he was telling me about the relationship was fucked up. I mean, you know, he had been in it a long time. It's one of his longest relationships. I said, man, you don't sound but 21. He said he was 20. I said, well, fuck, how long you been with baby? He said, man, I've been with baby damn near 6 weeks. And he said it would pay me damn near 6 weeks. And I laughed too. He said, no, G, I'm serious. I know you think that's a long time. He thought I was laughing because he had been with her so long. But that's really bad. That's bad. People think like that. Do you know what you're looking for? If you think like that, you're looking to get fucked. Not just by your mate, but by people. Because if you don't trust your fucking mate, you certainly ain't gonna trust people. It's just everything is related. It's connected. See, I've had, long-term relationships, but of course they were under totally different circumstances. But I've been in many 20-plus year relationships. But believe me, I was committed to all of them. And that's what I talk about. I adhere to all the rules. My fucking women didn't fucking have nothing to complain about me. Because first, I do what the fuck I want to do. Second, I reserve the right to change my mind. Then third, I'm the man. So, as long as that was understood, everything was cool. Because if I told you I was whatever coming over at 7 o'clock, and I don't, well, bitch, I told you. I reserve the right to change my mind. And you can't question me. And I ain't being questioned. Period. My point is I was committed to this game. See, I'm going to stop saying the word game because everybody misuses it these days. They don't know what they fucking talking about. But anyway, I was very committed to this game, which made me very committed to them women, which made them committed to me, which made me committed to charging a motherfucking ass so I can keep doing what I'm doing to have them motherfuckers committed like they are. Shit. That's a selfish ass motherfucking reason to be cool with your mate. But I was a pimp. I didn't say I was an angel or some of that shit. Now, the reason relationships that I described endure is because the participants all knew their value. I'm talking about back in the day when we was kids, when shit started off, the participants knew their value. Today, none of you know your value. You will say what your value is. Yes, I'm value. I'm an alpha male, and then you can't even go over there and say hi. The lies that you tell yourself, the way you make yourself accept these lies, are fucking stripped away at Sidewalk University. I wish you would come in there with some of that fake shit, which every student that's been there has. They all come in with it. Oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that. I said, man, be sure of yourself as far as what you're saying, because if you lying, I'm gonna find out on the first assignment. Because at first I'm just kicking it. The first couple of days, assignments is write about yourself, blah blah blah. But they think, I guess they thought I'm a reader. I read that shit and it's in my head. I ain't forgetting. So since when I talk to them, and I say, man, you sure about all this shit? Yeah. And then I slap that first assignment on. And they all failed. Because they didn't realize that they weren't actually answering the question when they answered it. They was doing what you do, all of you. You deflect what's being asked, and you say something similar to the answer, to what the answer should be. And then you don't want to talk. That's why I talk so much. Because I know what I'm saying is right. So listen. My suggestion is when you thinking about getting in a real committed relationship, you got to take inventory of what your value is. And you got to take inventory of what your to-be spouse is or has or whatever. Both of you should do this, not just you. Both of you, she too. And when you both do that, and after whatever period, you agree it's a sound move to make the shit legal if that's what you want to do. Because you know from there, your life should be like the lives of these people I'm talking about with lasting relationships. Because all you got to do from there, either one of you got to do, is live up to what you represented in the motherfucking first place. And I'm proud to say my brothers and sisters-in-laws and my sisters and brothers-in-laws all did that now. They didn't fell out at a point. But now that's 30 years. I mean, you know, I'm one of the younger kids and I'm 70. So, you know, I got 12 brothers and sisters. Well, I had 12 brothers and sisters. But I'm saying, so, you know, I got some old motherfuckers in my family. But my point, goddammit, is that, you know, what we believed still, even to this day, is with us. That's why even right now, you know, none of my older brothers or sisters had that midlife crisis or whatever, 60 years old. Now they got to be a woman, she got to cut all her hair off. And I mean, you know, I don't know, but I'm just saying none of my family did that. Because my daddy didn't let you pretend. Boy, I wish you would come in here talking about you going to be a policeman. My daddy damn there would kick your ass, not because you're going to be a policeman, not because you just saying you're going to be a policeman, but because a policeman's job is dangerous. That nigga would say, you got to be careful. No, he wouldn't say that. He'd slap the shit out you. Boy, you ain't going to be no damn policeman. Okay, daddy. Oh. Hey. I can't help it, man. I mean, you motherfuckers ain't calling in and shit. So I gotta have some drinks to, you know, be happy. But what I'm saying is, we knew or know that the way you start out is the way you need to end up. You can't start out one way and end up another way. As long as you start out properly, with no probably in there, you're going to be all right. 520, what's happening with you, bro?
Yeah, what's good, bro? It's about this AJ calling in from Tucson, Arizona.
What's happening, bro?
Hey, not much, you know. I'm just saying, like, I'm watching you and today's videos, and I'm really focused on it.
Hey, bro, I can't hear you. You fading out.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So, no, I'm just saying, I'm studying you and today's videos, and I'm just focused on learning game and growing.
Hey, bro. Let me ask you something, man. I'm sure you've been listening or you just tuned in?
I just tuned in.
Well, okay, you didn't hear.
Got the notification.
Okay, listen, you didn't hear it. But I was talking about, I went off about it. I'm mad about motherfuckers using that word game. You know, they use it because they speak. Bro, let me talk, please. They use it, and they use it so loosely. The word has no meaning anymore. because of how you just used it. What I'm saying is, what game do you have?
What game do I have?
Yeah.
I don't have much game.
So what I'm saying
I'm
is,
just,
listen, bro. If you ain't got much game, what would make you ask anything about game? What would make you even think to talk, mentioning the word game? And I don't need you to answer that. I asked you that question just so you can hear it, because I'm going to answer it. Because you're a fraud. Just like everybody else.
no, I just
Bro, come on, man.
That's it.
You ain't, listen, I'm not saying you want to go into this or that. I'm saying to use that word in your conversation, that's a certain vernacular. Only certain people are supposed to be using it. Because everybody uses it as like baseball or basketball game now. Any motherfucker can have it. No, man. Only a certain person is going to have game. Only a certain person is going to know what he's saying when he mentioned the word game. Everybody else are doing like you doing. Been hearing it a lot lately. Been listening to these fucking assholes explaining that game is this and game is that. And it's not. That's why when you try anything that you think is game, it don't work. Because the motherfucker that told you about it, the motherfucker that got you using that word, didn't explain to you shit about game. They just used the word and they just watered it down. And then as soon as it got watered down enough, your ass got to thinking, yeah, man, I could use my game and woo, woo, woo. I mean, come on, man. That's not real. I ain't saying you ain't shit. I'm just saying, why be faking yourself out? Why be lying? You ain't got no motherfucking game, so you can't use no goddamn game. And you see me, I ain't letting no motherfucker use shit talking to me. And you just said you ain't got no game, so I ain't wrong.
I didn't see it that way. I got you.
But listen, listen. What I'm saying is, that's what's wrong. When you start learning about game, who's ever telling you about it have to make sure you see it that way. That's why these motherfuckers telling you shit ain't got no game. Bro, it's a learning situation and that's that. But I got another caller. You got anything else?
No, let me just say something real quick.
Come on.
Definition of what I was trying to say.
Come on.
So I say information I need to know is an act. Just learning to maneuver through life and how to handle yourself. That's what I'm saying.
That is a much clearer statement or question or whatever. And if you do want to learn how to navigate, you got to learn some things about yourself. It's just like you learned something just now. Meaning you should fuck with me. You should fuck with me because I ain't finna hear none of your bullshit. I ain't gonna carry you talking about, man, it's like this. Well, blah, blah, blah. Then the motherfucker gotta call me or something. Ain't that a bitch? Fuck that. What I'm saying is, hey, what I'm saying, bro, is I'm spitting real shit. Hold on, man. 718, what's happening? $718, are you there? Okay, 520. You got anything else? Because if you don't, I'm gonna go on.
No, that's all. I just wanted to, say what I had to say.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. And listen to me. Another thing, you don't have very much confidence, and I can tell that from listening to you talk. And you know why? Because your voice fluctuates. Right. It goes real soft, then it has a little power, and then you just fluctuate. You ain't paying attention to how you sound, so then evidently you're not gonna notice that. But I do, bro. Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. 718. Are you there? Because I ain't got time to be playing.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Good evening, Bob. I'm here, man.
What's happening?
Just a quick question.
Yeah, just a quick question. You know, I have read your book, and you used to speak frequently about your brother Gift. You know, like you wanted to look up to him, but you never said what happened when you became a motherfucker and you've been riding. Like, what happened to Gift? But like, how did he look at you after that?
Hey, let me tell you, listen. Sometimes me and Gift be talking, you know, and Gift, you know, after I went out to the street and shit, he was already this hustling type nigga. And he got big in the shit, became one of them Harley motherfuckers. So he just had a new Harley sound, all that goddamn, you know, he had a room for his Harley. He used to bring it in the house, put it in the room, all his clothes and all that shit was in there. But after I stopped pimping, and you know, me and Gip be talking, I just tell him, Gip, you was my motherfucking idol, nigga. You know that. I want to be just like you, nigga. And you know that nigga say, man, I used to want to be like you. Bro, that fucking made my day, man. My fucking idol told me, because he was talking about because he used to have 5,000-7,000 on him and shit with his Harley just freaked off. And when he pull up on me, I might be in the Rolls Royce or whatever, and I'm looking at him like, this nigga, boy, he looking at me like that. I did not think that. I'm serious when I say this. Anybody else looking at me, I know goddamn well they see Rolls Royce Rosebud. You know, I'm flashing jewels on them, but the gift, I was just a puppy around that. I mean, I didn't kiss that nigga ass or nothing, but he was always gift to me. He's still gift to me.
Oh man, that's what's up, man.
Bro, hey, listen. You read the book? Huh?
Yeah, what you said?
You say you
the phone started breaking up.
Okay, but did you say you read the book?
Yeah, man.
Wait. You got man. Hold up. You gotta hit my email. AskRosebud@gmail.com so I can hook you up with the audio. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, man, so you can get the real. Hey, and hear the shit how I felt it. Hear how I felt looking at Gip doing the shit he did. That nigga was Gip. Hey, listen, man, I ain't lying. My mother used to get that nigga a whooping because he had too many broads called. that nigga, the phone was just steady ringing for Gip. And he would say, John, answer the phone. And if it's Michelle, tell her this. If it's Sandra, tell her that. And if it's Evelyn, tell her, you know, I'll talk to her. Man, he would instruct me about so many broads. And when I got on the phone, nigga, listen to this, man. When I got on the phone, I would say, hello. I would be trying to sound like Gip because sometimes they would say Gip, and I would almost drop the phone. She really thought I was Gip. Oh shit, man, that was some real shit for me, man. I'm serious. That was some real growing up, idolizing, having a bunch of women. But I didn't know it. I didn't know I was idolizing that. I thought I was idolizing Gip, which I was. But I didn't realize what I idolized about him was how he had women. That nigga had a gang of women. And I'm telling you, I swear I'm not lying. My mama was whooping. And you better not have another girl. And while she's saying that, the phone would ring. Gip is for you. My mama, I mean, when we had phones, they didn't come out the wall. You couldn't take your phone no motherfucking where. So Gip went out to talk to them bros, not in front of mama, because he did, the court did, he could, it was long enough to take in his room, but he always had to answer the phone and start off talking in front of mama. And she would say, Rick, quit talking so deep with your voice, boy. She would say that shit. My mama was chicken shit, man. Boy, but that was the most fun I had in my life. Growing up, trying to be like Gil. Bro, you deserve that book. Both parts, goddammit. Hit me.
All right, man. I have one more question.
Come on.
So, did your pops, did you talk about your pops, not so much in the book, but like when I listen to you talk about him a lot, did he know that, you got into the lifestyle? And if he did, what did he say about it?
Okay. My dad was one of them kind of motherfuckers, he don't see you. Unless you're doing something fucked up. Then he gonna beat your ass. But this nigga, when I started pimping, when I really was pimping, Rolls Royce, and Pops was big in the church, and he would have these meetings at his house, at our house with the deacons and whoever. And I came over there one day when he was having a meeting, and I'm just really pulling in town, and I'm just saying hi. So I pull in, and I run in the house, and I say, "Oh, Daddy, I'm sorry," and excuse myself. And then I go holler at moms, and when I'm finna leave, I say, "All right, Daddy, take it easy." And I spoke to everybody. He said, "Boy, come here, boy." So I go over to him, and he said, "What's that mess on your hands?" And I said, "What mess?" And he said, that mess, and he started pointing to my rings. And he said, "What's that?" I said, "What, Dad, that's a ring. I don't know what he doing." So I got my hand out. He looking at the shit. And then he said, "What is it?" I said, "That's gold and some diamonds." Then he said, "Them is all gold and diamonds?" And I said, "Yes, sir." Because we had to say yes and no to my dad. And then he looked out the window. He said, "What kind of car is that?" And Dad, that's the Rolls Royce I showed you I got. I showed you the pizza. I thought he was going crazy. But when I walked out, I realized what he was doing. Do you know what he was doing?
Nah, man, nah.
Listen.
Stupid. Nah, not playing stupid. But
No, man, listen. Far from that. He was high-siding on them motherfuckers in the living room. He knew it was a Rolls Royce. He knew it was gold. He knew it was diamonds.
Pops was gaved up.
I'm saying, man. I'm telling you, that motherfucker knew that shit. And then one time, I'm telling you, I pulled up, got 3 whiteys in the car. I never did act like no pimp with pops or moms. I just was their son, but I pulled up and I was bringing something to mama, and I gave it to her, and, hollered at daddy, and pulled off. First, listen, I say, "Pop," this is when I told him about the Rolls Royce. I said, "Pops, that's a Rolls Royce." He said, "Boy, you think you doing something." And then he started walking we was in the front yard. He started walking toward the back. And when we got on the side of the house, he said, "Boy, I seen a time when it took me 30 days of one month and 15 days of another month just to see my women." That nigga told me that. That nigga told me that. And listen, I'm telling you, he never acknowledged nothing we was doing. When I broke the school record, none of that. But when I was pulling off, Pop, he had the shovel in his hand, and he, like the country people holding the shovel, and I pulled off, and he said, "Do it, boy." most condo of myself, man. That was the only acknowledgement he ever gave me. I love my daddy. My fucking daddy.
You got me good.
Hey, man, my fucking daddy was dope. You know, we used to say we gonna beat his ass. Man, when I get 17, I'm gonna kick his ass. I don't know why the fuck Gip don't beat his ass now. Cause Gip was the fucking king of the crest and shit. Yoked like Hercules and shit. One day, my daddy said something to Gip, and Gip humped his shoulders like saying, I don't know. And Pop say, boy, did you hump your shoulders at me? And Gip didn't respond quick enough. And when he got ready to talk, Pop said, dropped him. Pow, pow! The jaw in the gut. And I'm saying, first of all, he didn't knock my idol out. Second of all, I was thinking about whooping his ass. I see my daddy in a whole nother light, bro. Hey, man, hit me, bro. 510, what's up?
What's up, Rosebud, man?
Nothing, man. What's happening?
Hey, man, I'm enjoying the family stories, man. I always do, man.
Man, I'm glad you are, brother.
That's like the making.
What's up?
That's the influences in the making of you that made you who you are.
Yeah, that's right, brother. You right. What's up? You got a question?
Yeah, I got a couple questions, man. But one is about how you were speaking on the church, man, and how you used to attend and your family was into it. But nowadays, I know that there's a lot of people who have converted religions, for like reasons that ain't got nothing to do with the faith, or you know what I'm saying, the word. It's about cats who just, feel like the highest level of the game is to become a pastor, and they don't necessarily have the best interest. You know what I'm saying? What you feel about that?
Well, it's true, man. And I told you the motherfuckers talking about he a preacher and he in the bar. Or I had a broad that she was a reverend, she said. And she used to call women bitches and motherfuckers. And I said, well, how can you be, claiming to be a minister? She said, I'm a reverend. So, okay, how can you claim to be a reverend and you cuss like that? And she said, I done made my peace with God, and God knows what I be doing. And I don't have to change. So I left it alone, man. I mean, that's how people think. They could, be halfway this and halfway that, this foot, and, then they start quoting the Bible, talking about Mary Magdalene, and, this person did this and that. I mean, the shit is crazy, man, as far as that goes.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad to hear you see it too, because I think we all have. Growing up in the hood, I've seen some cats that survived and made it, and now all of a sudden they passed. But I know a lot of them from doing shit and maybe even prison, and they still got that look in their eye. You feel me? Like I know they ain't really changed. It's just like a hustle,
What's up, man? What's your next question?
Oh, this is more like a historical question, man, about did you know the Ford brothers? Did you ever get to meet any of the Ford brothers? And what did you think about the Mac when it came out, the movie?
I met them, but I didn't know them. And when that baseball game that they did on the Mac, that girl with the big fucking natural, she was really fine, and she had a big old natural. Rosie Grunfield. That's my sister-in-law. So I was kind of on set sometimes, but I didn't really, if that's the case, like the Mac because everybody thought it was good, but the nigga, Tony, whatever his name was, with the little dog in his hand when he was, talking about the bitch, serving the bitch and whatever, serving the nigga, he didn't get no money exchange hand. And then the nigga, Goldie, in the end, all this pimping he did, he left on the bus. Come on, man. How that shit supposed to work? Nobody really noticed that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good about
So,
pimping, but shit, that ain't how a nigga end
he
up.
started on the bus. He started on the bus and ended up on the bus.
I'm just saying, but that ain't how a nigga end up when he have all that money. His mind ain't working like that. Once
Do
you
you think that was the right?
yes, that's what it was. Hell yeah. Because what I'm saying is when you start balling, no matter if you get broke or not, you still think like a baller.
Okay.
Ain't no balling ass
Now,
nigga
was
gonna
that
get.
true in the Bay?
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. But is it true that in the Bay, how they depicted back in the day, the Panthers or the Black Power groups would be going against, the pimps in the game back then real hard, where it got violent? And did you ever encounter anything like that?
No, I wasn't in Oakland then, and that was at the end of the Panthers when Huey Newton just was tripping, and he was going in the after hours, fucking with motherfuckers, doing all kind of shit. But the Panthers, people don't know. Them motherfuckers was the first motherfuckers protecting the community. Them motherfuckers used to march around the community, Richmond, Oakland, San Francisco, all them communities with rifles, because you couldn't have a pistol, but you could have rifles. And them motherfuckers, when the police would pull them up and go over, they standing up. They, you better not fuck him up, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, the Panthers started the Black Panthers started the free food program. It was for the niggas at first, but then the state took it over and it became for everybody free food and all that stuff. But the Black Panthers started that shit. The Black Panthers wouldn't have they couldn't make you not wear a black leather jacket, but they would come to school and say, look, you guys, the police don't give a goddamn that you ain't no Black Panther. But they see that black leather jacket, they shooting your ass. So don't wear it. I mean, they used to tell us when they pull you over, your hands on 10 and 2. Period. And if they tell you to put your hands out the window, ask them if you can move your hands. And the killings went way down because them niggas, as violent as they was, they did a lot of good shit for the community. Period. And you know why they made it to where you can't have weapons? Because the Black Panthers went up to Sacramento because they was talking about some kind of gun law. And the shotguns and shit wasn't a gun, that kind of gun. So they go up there with that shit and let them know we got the right to arm ourselves. We got the right to bear arms. That's why they changed that in the Constitution. Did you know that shit?
No, I did not know that.
Man, I was there. I'm telling you, the Black Panthers were not the niggas that they was, portrayed to be until the police just, after that shit in Sacramento, the police just called war on them. And then they start protecting themselves and having them shootouts.
Yeah. Now that's amazing history there, and you just ask yourself what happened, and I think that you just answered it. The government start infiltrating the COINTELPRO. They start targeting them and breaking them apart. Because imagine what it could be today if it would have continued, on that level.
Hey, initially, the Black Panthers were not about violence. They was about standing up. But they was about more than that, protecting the community. They was the police. If you selling drugs, don't let them see it. If you standing out there to sell drugs, they ain't gonna really fuck with you. But if they see the shit going on, they gonna harass you. They was them kind of motherfuckers, man. They only started that violence when the police shot them up at whatever park and killed Timothy Hutt. I forget who it was, but it was one of them that they killed for
I
nothing.
think it was a Bunchy Quarter.
I'm not sure who it was, man, but it was one of them, and that's when they got violent. But yeah, man, this is some good shit, man. I'm glad you hit me, bro.
Yeah, you know it, man. You know, I'm about to get into your audiobook one too, man. I purchased it, man, so I'm gonna get into it, man, and you know, put my headphones on, man, and enjoy that as well, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro.
It's all good. All right, bud. I'll kick it with you later, man. Be cool.
You know it. So, the thing, listen to this. Because one of the most pleasing things that you can see when you learning this shit, you learning how to use your arsenal, you just learning how to use conversation. One of the best things that you can see is your fucking conversation doing what you intended it to do. When you want to blush, you get a blush. When you want her full attention, you get that and more. When you want to take it to the bedroom, she leads your hand to that thing. I'm telling you. Wouldn't you use a tool that could do that for you? I'm talking about to show you these things to where you can do it. Not to perfection until you did it 15 or 20 times. But doing it, it's going to be working or you wouldn't be doing it. 227, 28. And you know, all my tools are included when you buy the library. Now, I got another tool dedicated to what I love. That's 230. And it's called it because I be kicking it to you youngsters. And some of y'all be fresh out the gate. You know, want to have hoes. Some of you just want to be men. This tool is 33 minutes of really putting work in. If you want to know what to say and how to act so that you can catch, this is it. You know, you got to be attractive. I don't mean pretty. Part of being attractive to women is being able to tell a good story. If you can't tell a good story, I mean, think about it. You guys that say, and you be pausing in what you're saying, and then you study, if that's the case, talking to her, you're going to have a hard time getting her to like your motherfucking ass. If you keep your spiel smooth and flowing the whole time you tell her, she's going to believe it's going to be just as smooth when she get to fucking with you. Mentally. You guys just don't want to understand. It's way more than words. It's shit you got to know to make the words you use effective. Because if you don't fucking know the right words and the right things to do to emphasize the words, how are you going to catch? Oh, that's right. When the moon and the stars and everything line up, right? All right. I think they do this maybe 2 times a year. So maybe that's what. If it's cool, it's cool. So what I'm really trying to get you to understand is that she will at one point start doing shit for you. Because good storytelling equals willing women. Part of math you didn't learn. I'm just trying to give it to you, baby. I'm an instructor. How else can you paint a picture so attractive to this woman that she's gonna want to fucking do shit for you? All the time she was saying, "I know, I ain't, do nothing for nothing." Like, it all starts with that fucking picture. That picture you want her to see. Now, all this month is gonna be match month. Meaning, if you spend 100, I'ma match it with some more shit. I got a lot of things to promote. I'm gonna be doing it for the next couple of months. So go and jump on this if you want to. I told you, a lot of people wait until they think they have the money. And then when you do have the money, your ass spending every dime. If it's 600, you spend the 600. Sometimes it'll be 300. Sometimes it'll be 200. But I'm saying, if you pass them 2s and 3s up so you can spend 6, I love you. All month is match month. I deal with honor. Sidewalk University deals with honor. And I've been crying about the lack of support or whatever. I'm not getting what I think I should have. But what you don't know is I've received several payments in the past few weeks from students that I trusted to enroll in Sidewalk University and make payments. Now, I am a firm believer. You reap what you sow. So when you give it, you should receive it. So I'm giving trust. I'm giving motherfucker a chance to show what time it is. Because being responsible is all a part of being a man. So I shouldn't have to remind you to pay me when you know you owe me. And I don't. I don't have to. Excuse me, I had hiccups. I don't have to remind dudes that they owe me. Because I'll just block them if they don't pay. But they get into what I'm saying and realize it's worth it. It's worth it. So, I have, records. And if necessary, I know how to, get the information I need to prove whatever somebody owed me, whatever. But I don't never have to do that. I've never actually had to do it. The dudes I deal with, even if they entered with some shady shit in mind, once they get involved with the program, a new man emerges. A responsible man. A responsible man that takes the place of that man that was making all them fucking excuses. Because that's one of the first things that I, get out of you. Excuses and lies. You have to handle your business or your business will handle you. So, to me, some of you young dudes be asking me, why you don't dedicate shit to pimping? Well, for one, I ain't no pimp no more. But for two, I did that shit before. I fucking, put down and dirty together for the pimps. And you motherfuckers don't support a nigga. So when I did make them tools, regular Joes bought it. They're still buying it. Hardly no pimps. So what I'm saying as a businessman, this is the kind of shit that registers to me. On the one hand, you got people that ain't, claiming no false bullshit, interested in the tool. And on the other hand, you got people that's claiming falsely whatever is dear to my heart. And they want me to fade them. Which one do I fade? I'm just saying. If I do the things that's across the board for every dude, I get good response. Immediate response. Whenever I do something explicitly for pimps, I get very little support. And then they want to wonder why I don't do more of it. It's not sensible. I would rather do the things that I'm doing for the average Joe, which will use it or attempt to use it, which makes my day. Because I know when you riding around doing nothing but enjoying the day, and you got me in there, and you listening to me pop it. Do you ever think about how to really put work in? 520, what's up with you, bro?
How's it going, Rosebud?
I'm good, man. How about you?
Doing good. Enjoying the sun out here in AZ. But I had a question about your story, like storytelling in general.
Come on.
So, would you say good storytelling starts with just believing what you're saying, like automatically?
Well, no, man. Bro. Good storytelling means knowing how to say whatever it is you're saying in a consistent flow. That flow is almost melodic. And if it had music, it could be a song almost. You're saying that shit in this flow. And as you're flowing, you know what you're saying. So you put emphasis on this or that word to make what you're saying more powerful. And as you do this, you watch who you're telling this story to, and you'll see their interest. It's all over their face. And once you get them interested, all you have to do is keep doing what I just said. And that's good storytelling. None of the bullshit you probably think have nothing to do with telling stories. What has to do with telling stories is the sound of your voice, the cadence or tempo of the words you're using, the simplicity of the words that you're using, and knowing what to expect from what you say. That's how you tell a good story.
Yeah. I love how you broke it down with music, because I totally understand.
Well, I'm glad you do, bro. I'm glad you do. Good shit, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Check game. Now, I don't know. I mean, some of you guys would say, yeah, I know how to put work in. But I'm not talking about going to a job and punching a clock and picking up a tool and doing whatever you did. I'm talking about putting work means there is a method to what you're doing. And what you're doing, you're going to benefit from it. That's how putting in work works. Think about it. If you're going to work, which is another way to say putting in work, but if you're going to work punching the clock, when you get done, you know you made some money. You know it. But when you putting in work, you may or may not make some money. And you accept whichever one it is. But 9 out of 10 times, you're going to make some money because you're doing what you know to do the way you know to do it. Safely. Getting paid. That's putting in work. Some motherfuckers, gangsters, whatever, bangers, putting in work is going to do something that need to be done. I mean, you know, could be killing a motherfucker. If you in that life, that's what putting in work mean. But shit, I ain't in that life. So it don't mean that to me. When I started on Facebook, I'm telling you, man, I used to fuss at everybody that posted that fake ass pimp shit. I mean, to such extent, I had motherfuckers threatening my life. They want to do damage to me. They want to do damage because I would not stand for none of that bullshit explanations that they was giving the game of black eye. Damn near every post I made on Facebook. It was some kind of way dealing with how to be true to the game or how untrue motherfuckers today are. Then, because I was getting a lot of flack, I was getting a lot of support too. But then instead of fussing, I decided to lead by example. And I changed my tactics. I started being what I thought was a beacon of light. Because there were so many motherfuckers in the dark. In the way I was coming at them, they was keeping their eyes shut. Everything I do, I try to do 100. But these fucking new tools just reminded me of how important this stuff I do really is. I detailed how to put work in, especially when you claim in this game. I mean, do you know how priceless that is? Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. I don't fucking know. But I'm saying, if I had this information when I fucking was, running the streets, trying to have it, you better be glad I didn't, because you guys might not be fucking with me now. Because what I'm saying is, I don't try to push shit on you. But I always promote shit I'm making sales with or shit I'm doing. But these tools are different. The more I deal with you guys, the more I learn what's best for you. I know how that sounds, but I can't help it. Something you got to take into consideration. And whenever you consider buying anything that I have as far as these tools, I do have a couple of degrees. You see them back there. A bachelor's in sociology and a master's in teaching and learning with technology. I graduated with a 4.0 with my master's. And my undergrad, 3.86. And what I studied was how to read people. and what their words and actions and intonations, what all of that means. I mean, the other tools put you up on several conversations and tactics, but 28, 27, 28, and 30, they really detail some shit. They describe what to do in each of, well, actually, all the twos, all 30 of them, describe different situations, conversation situations, and how to handle it. But it's the location, it's what's going on at that particular time that make knowing how to do it so important. These tools break down what you're doing when you say each word that you use. It shows you how to make a woman think she's leading you. When you putting in her head what the fuck to say. You gotta get at me, man. This is just so shit. I know my OG friends, from Hollywood, they gonna get on me because, the things I speak on in these fucking tools are seriously almost in violation. But I was really careful not to step out of bounds. And I have in each of the tools how I can show my partners that I play by the rules. Get this fucking shit I'm talking, man. Fuck talking. Get this shit so that you can understand some shit. I wanted these tools to be much more detailed and intricate about the information. Learning to master being passive aggressive is the one thing, or is one of the main things, that will win in today's climate of forceful women. I accidentally learned how to play this because I never tried. But passive aggression comes off as if you're being led. Now, in her mind, she's leading you to wherever she thinks she's leading you. But your skill in this technique will make any woman think that she's leading you. Sure, baby, you're leading me. You're leading me straight to my motherfucking house. I have the time and the patience to wait. I mean, not wait around, but I will wait until the rest of you motherfuckers realize that you don't have time to pussyfoot with fucking bitches about your personal growth. Confidence breeds real men. That is and will be my focus. Helping all the motherfuckers who choose to believe my confidence course will undoubtedly increase and improve your passion to be a man. And I can almost say with certainty, I'm talking about, I really believe this. You probably know somebody that took my course. I'm talking about, I don't give a fuck where you at. Ask them about it. Don't listen to me. I mean, you know I'm not just talking about ghost people, so ask them shit. I say a lot of powerful shit in my videos. Well, one of the most powerful things I said is the importance of a woman should pale to the importance of your manhood. Now, if you understand the word manhood, you would protect it at all costs. Because being a real man guarantees you a real fucking woman. All the things you say to encourage me when I'm tripping, well, give it, oh fuck. Hold on 1 second. What's up? Hey, but listen, I'm doing the video. I gotta call you back. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just saying the shit that you've been saying to me has actually, whether you know it or not, been helping me. I mean, especially one of the things that was said when I read it. It just really encouraged me, and that, like I said, when something is important to me, and let's say I brush it off, for some reason, it won't leave my mind. I can't stop thinking about it. And when that happens, I revisit it. And I don't remember who said this, but they said, because I was talking about getting Sidewalk University up and running, and I had some things to do. And graduating was one of them. So this dude said, "You already finished. You just haven't graduated yet." I mean, that for me was a fucking profound statement, and it actually allowed me to calm down. And if that's the case, focus on finishing with a 4.0. So I'm saying right now, thanks for all the encouragement that all you motherfuckers have thrown my way. All you motherfuckers, even when you talk shit negative, is really encouraging me. Because as much shit as I talk, I mean, I see you all know that I need some things you need. We ain't very much different. What does Rosebud fear? Shh. Rosebud fear itself. Because to me, the idea of being afraid is just, it's just, I can't stand it. I mean, excuse me. I can honestly say that your words have, boost my efforts and going hard on some of my projects. Nothing that I'm saying I'm scared of like a monster. But I'm saying sometimes I be tripping about shit. And I mention it. And
90
people
seconds.
comment. Where I come from does not determine where I'm going to go. Where I come from only determines the way I'm going to choose to get there. It's never too late to go after a goal of importance that to you. And one more thing.
60 seconds.
I'm going to get political, and I do blame some of this on Obama. He was used to playing pickup games. He should have known that this game that he was in was the playoffs every day. Now, I don't think he was like prepared for the resistance from them fucking racist Republicans that he got. And he was ready for what they could offer for resistance at the pickup level. But it don't seem to me he was thinking like the big boys when he got in office. But I'm confident that he learned the hard
10
way.
seconds.
He learned what to do and what not to do. And he's now, if that's the case, realized that in sports or in life, even at the president's level, shit ain't played fair. In one way or another, I know both parties are the same. They're white. They're white people. But let me tell you something. If a president promises to do things when he gets in office, I mean, he's kind of promising it because he's thinking that Congress and the Senate, the House, whatever, all the motherfuckers is going to support him. And of course, he don't really think that while he's running, they're going to really support him if they're on the opposite team. But after he gets into office, he or she, whoever it is counting on the Senate and the Congress to support their ideals. Now, think about this. If you tried to do something and I kept blocking you, how would anyone know if what you were trying to do would work? Now, you would know the same way when Kobe, when his fucking shot gets blocked, you don't think he ain't shit. It's almost a gimme that if the motherfucking shot wasn't blocked, it was going in. Now, what I'm saying is, I feel that way about Biden. If his shit didn't get blocked at every turn, the things he promised would work. It's a concerted effort to keep it from pulling us out of this mess, to keep his presidency from getting any credit. I don't give a fuck if he gets credit. I just believe that the motherfucker should be given the chance to do what the fuck he thinks is gonna work. People like me ain't really, political. Shit, because we know neither party gonna do what the fuck they say. Whatever they say ain't gonna help me anyway, even if they get everything they ask for. Either party. When I take a position, it's not because I'm going to go straight and become a regular citizen as everyone else is. No. No matter what we do, because we're kings, we're going to find whatever it is. We're going to eat it, and we're going to live it. People like me don't need help from the government. But that's us. I know there's some people that need different policies that the political motherfuckers talk about. And they believe these policies will benefit them, and they may. The elderly can't get out of the, wheelchair and ball. The sick can't go hustle. The people that are not lazy, but were victimized by greedy politicians and corporate bosses, they need this environment, this political environment, to be fair and in a position to either provide what they say they're going to provide, jobs, or they need to perish. I could think that they're lazy, but I'm telling you, I don't think that. When you look at what's happened, so most of them motherfuckers, you see people who had nothing to do with losing their jobs or security. You look at the people around the country that's suffering really, They can't go to the hospital, unless they got COVID. You can have a heart attack. They're just gonna let your fucking ass die. Fucking weather is taking over. People, we gotta understand that shit is real. Fuck that tomorrow shit. So what I'm trying to tell you is how to survive it. How to make this apocalyptic time not so bad. I'm telling you, for a while, could be 10, 15 years. If you got your own shit and you making your money, you got a chance. So all you motherfucking dudes, that think Biden is for handouts or whatever, you better hope none of your close friends, none of your family members, especially your parents, you better hope they never need shit. Look, I know this was a little more serious than I normally am. But, fuck, I was thinking about it. Shit. So I had to do it. That's just me. Alright, I'm gone.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.